Hello, this is Fountain here, and today I'm going to do a little wee vlog about van life safety tips. And these are not necessarily going to be mechanical focused, they're going to be more sort of security focused and more aimed at those that like to solo travel in their van, especially if they do that a lot. I personally often travel with my partner who lives full-time in their van, whereas I'm only sort of part-time in the van. But these are a few tips that I have definitely seen and heard of and picked up along the way through my own experiences and other people's experiences. So first one obviously is make sure that you've got good locks on all your doors and your windows and whatnot as well. You can always let people know that you trust, that you're family and you're really good friends where you are. When you're posting things like photos and videos, and especially like live ones and whatnot, you might want to think about uploading those maybe after you've left the area. Always keep your phone charged, of course. Park before it gets dark, and then that way you can kind of see what the area is like. Don't cook and then sleep necessarily in the same area as well. Keep your keys close, make sure that your driver's seat is easy accessible from being inside your van or your bus or whatever it is that you like to travel around. Obviously, don't keep any of your kind of valuables in the front seat or anywhere that can really be easily seen from any of the windows, especially when you're parking. That's another one. Oh yeah, always make sure you clean up after yourself for obvious environmental reasons, but also, I don't know, depending on where you are in the world, leaving food and stuff outside can increase chances of things like bears or other kind of animals to come into the area that maybe you don't feel so safe residing in very close spaces to you. So that's kind of a no-brainer, not only just for the environment, but also for your own safety reasons with animals. You might want to put stickers on your vehicle, so things like security stickers or maybe stickers to do with dogs or some kind of like scary club stickers and stuff like that. If you're like a woman, you might want to put some things around your van, either outside or they can be seen from the outside, that some people might associate with, men. I'm not trying to like stereotype gender here. I'm just trying to very blatantly kind of put it out there that, maybe you might want to put like some big kind of work boots just outside your van. Or another option, excuse me while this flies over. Yeah, another option would be maybe getting like a really large like dog bowl and having that outside your van as well. I don't really recommend getting a dog for that reason, or I won't go too much into that for my own like ethical reasons. But yeah, the dog bowl trick is always a really good one. And if you don't want to fit into some kind of stereotypical gender roles or whatever, forget about the boots, do the dog bowl. And then another thing kind of along those lines would be maybe having like 2 chairs or something that you might have outside your van, or that you can see from the outside of your van, that's kind of like suggests that there's 2 people living in that space and that you're not just like on your own while you're traveling around. And so the main thing is obviously to get really intuitive with you and what you're okay with and what you feel safe with. And if something doesn't feel right, then probably just best to move on and go somewhere else. You can always pay to stay in campgrounds and things like that, if that makes you feel more safe. But these tricks, I guess, are more for those that might be doing really long journeys and they haven't come across somewhere to stay, or they've found a place where they need to sort of park up and sleep for a little bit before they move on to another space. So yeah, that's, I guess, my main kind of safety tips. I could probably do some more vlogs around some kind of van life stuff that I have that I've witnessed and experienced. I'm not making myself out to be an expert in any of these things. Continually, always a student, but it's always nice to pick up things along the way and share them with you all. And a lot of things that I learn are also just through my partner, who has been living full-time in a van for many years, so I feel very grateful to also learn a lot of things about that through his experiences. And he also has a really awesome group called Off-Grid Leaving the Matrix, which you could probably, if you're looking for sort of other like-minded, maybe van lifers, and that kind of title of the group kind of tickles your fancy, you can join the group. I'll leave the link in the description box down below. I'd also recommend joining a number of van life groups that might be local to your area as well. Sometimes they're not very helpful, sometimes they are, sometimes they majoritarily are, but there's always the weird kind of comments you might get that are not always necessarily helpful. You know what the internet's like sometimes. People tend to communicate online a little bit differently than what they would in real life. So yeah, I digress there a little bit. So if you have any safety tips, especially focused around those that might be solo traveling and more security focused, you are welcome to leave them in the comment section down below. You can also find me on other various social media platforms down below, and if you've got any questions or anything like that, you're also welcome to reach out and post them. And I will see you in the next vlog.